Howdy folks, welcome to another new episode of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Continuing quest and release order, we are into 2011 now. Today's quests are Prisoner of Glouphrie and Elemental Workshop 4, and I'll have some timestamps in the description if you just want to see the summaries for either of those quests. Here we go. Okay, so I generally try to avoid doing the Tetra compasses because the ancient caskets give me a bunch of artifacts that I can't restore yet, and that takes up bank space that I don't have. But now that I'm a substantially higher archaeology level, not that many artifacts. And the reason I want to do some ancient caskets right now is because they can give me carambola seeds, and I'd rather get it from that than fighting a Hermod. So I'm going to do a few of these here. I've banked quite a lot of them. I think I have, it's like a 1 in 10 chance to get carambola seeds, so hopefully I can do it in 10 or fewer. I completely forgot I have to get all these colors. So I'll do this later. I guess I'll go work on collecting that now, I suppose. Okay, so I went ahead and gathered enough materials to make 11 Tetra compasses. Hopefully that will be enough. So I'm going to go ahead and craft those, and I'll report on the loot from all of them because I think those are interesting. All right, powering the Tetra compasses. I'm going to start by just doing 5 to begin with. I got the first location here. This will take a while. Really glad that they made this straightforward, right? That you don't just have to do like a master clue to get the casket. Like, this is enough. I'm just going to open each of these as I find them. Let's see. Ancient casket. Man, you get a lot in an ancient casket. Okay, unfortunately, this is going to cause bank space issues for me immediately. Hey, there's 3 carambola seeds. Well, that's why I set out to do this. I need the carambola drop to roll one more time to replace all of my coconut trees, so I'll keep doing the rest of the ones that I've set up here. But that's pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Good God, that one ancient casket added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bank slots taken up. God, all right. It's fine. It's cool. I decided to just go ahead and get all 10 caskets and open them at once. So here we go. Opening 10 ancient caskets. Nothing super exciting in that one. We'll see how many of these tomes I end up with. I think you get an average of 1 every time. Okay, that's cool. See if that's the only carambola seed I end up getting. I'm going to see how many of these pages I end up having. I'm a little concerned about maxing out my bank. That seems actually quite likely that that's going to happen, but I'll do my best to clean it up here. I'll make all these artifacts that I have the level to make, and then donate them so that they're not taking up bank space. You require 25 free inventory spaces across your inventory and bank to open the casket. God damn. Okay. Well, let me go deal with that really quick. Hold on. At least appreciate that they don't let you get screwed here on like opening a casket and not having space in your inventory or bank for it. So I'm just going to read all of these. This is a substantial amount of XP, I think. Yeah, 58k per tome. I don't think it's going to be a level up or anything, but watch this number up here. Okay, I'll open another one from here. Okay, there's my carambola seeds. Okay, so what I set out to do has been achieved, and it's very exciting. And now I'm running out of bank space. Okay. Oh, yikes. I hope I can just finish opening these 2. Let's see. Okay, I can do 1 more at least. And I'm guessing I need to restore some of these just to get some bank space back. Yeah, darn it. Just 1 left. All right, let me clear up some bank space. I'm working on restoring stuff. I have this storm guard thing that I think I can add to my tool belt. Oh, I guess I already have it in my tool belt. I don't know that I ever actually turned it into collections though. Okay, I finished restoring all these artifacts. Let's open this last casket here. All right, pretty good. I got exactly what I needed from this, and Lost a ton of bank space. I'm going to try to make up the rest of it. I just wanted to open the last thing there. I'll go cash that in for XP. Final XP total 1.3 million on this little mini project. All right, so one thing I can do to save bank space is convert these pages over. I might have enough to get some actual god books now. I haven't gotten any so far. Okay, I have no idea what my progress is on this. I'm going to still have extra pages left over without actually finishing one of these books, I think, unfortunately. We'll finish the red book, though, so that's nice. Demarak's Book of Chaos. So this is kind of tricky. It's like I can destroy this book, but if I destroy the book, I lose all the pages that I added to it. So it's going to take up a bank space, but it's 1 bank space instead of up to 4, so I guess that's tolerable. I don't know that I'll actually be using this anytime soon. I guess the explosion effect is kind of nice. It's annoying it doesn't save the charges when you destroy it, but what are you going to do, I guess? I think the Gothics book might be completely useless. Yeah, because I can't get rid of the pages until I have a full book. Because I want to save them for charges. Hey, okay, I finished the Armadillo book, so that's cool. So I need 3 Bandos pages, 1 Saradomin page, and 2 Zaros pages. I'm still missing the 4th Gothics page, unfortunately. We'll get there eventually. Very grateful for the spreadsheet calculator I made a long time ago that lets me calculate exactly how many resources I need to make some combination of artifacts here. These are the ones I have left that I have the level to make. So I know I need to get this row's worth of artifacts, which shouldn't be too bad. I'm starting the process here of replacing these bushes with lychee again. Let's do all primal fruit for my daily run. Oh, I should probably get supreme growth potions. Let me go do. Nice being able to water my carambola seedlings without needing to buy and fill a watering can. Thank you, Fairy Tale Part 3. Okay, I finished making all of the artifacts that I have the level to make. I think my plan going forward will be to just disassemble all of these if I haven't already finished their collections. Yeah, because I don't need chronotes anymore. My whole dungeoneering plan should completely cover me on chronotes for the rest of the account. So I literally just need the components to make ancient gizmos. So I think as much disassembling as I can get away with is probably what I should be doing here. All right, that was a pretty substantial project, but now I've got it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bank slots taken up from those 11 ancient caskets I just got, which isn't too bad. It could have been substantially worse at least. And I think I can get it down even further if I use up these items that I got from the caskets. So I'll try to burn through those as soon as I can. Taking a moment here to get all of my poison ivy berries out of my bank. Like 2,000. I think this should be more than enough weapon poison plus to last me the life of the account. I'm glad that I did it for a while because I do need the weapon poison plus. It's a pretty substantial source of DPS, but I shouldn't need more than, you know, a few thousand. Full potion. I'm having a capture card issue, but Herblore 114. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay, well, I fixed it too late. There it is at the bottom, Herblore 114. Okay, I wasn't able to talk or record when I finished, but I got through all of the weapon poison ingredients. I have 11,120 doses, which is, without dying, 2,224 hours if I had weapon poison plus up. So that is definitely the rest of the account. There's no way I'm even going to be doing... I don't even know if I'm going to play the game for that many more hours, to be honest, let alone PVM. So yeah, I'm going to switch back to Primal Fruit Pulp now. Archaeology level here, I think. Archaeology 108. Okay, next quest is Prisoner of Glouphrie, which I think is down here somewhere. Find someone named Glouphrie. Here we go. Hey, how are you doing? Look at the letter. 2 months since I left Letya in my search for Arpasandra. Defeat Glouphrie. Visit my cave in Letya. Okay. Yeah, sure. Who's Gina? She smelt of worm crunchies. Confused me with Gramps a lot. What should we do next? Your mom. Okay. Oh, I see her there. Yep, I remember those quests. Glouphrie gives you a swift kick before you can say anything. Gather my quest kit. Been in Arpasandra's sewers, fought mutated terror birds, and operated anti-illusion devices. I'll do this by myself. Yes, yes, yes. Come along as my quest apprentice. Okay, so head to the observatory. That's why it said recommended Ring of Dueling. Alright. Yep, on my way. Took me a second to find it because I was on the other side of these rocks that you can't cross. Here we go. Let's go. To Letya. Oh, is this going to be a permanent shortcut to Letya? That's kind of nice. Where are we actually going? Through this big pass here? Okay. Search the dead tree. Let's try that. Oh, that's cool. Letya is not that big of a pain as long as you remember to charge your teleport crystals, but that's an easy enough thing to forget. They must want me to do something here. Oh, investigate ledge. Freakishly long legs. Thank you. Alright, so does this quest require agility? It does. Construction, rune crafting, and thieving. Okay. Wonder if you have to actually run through this whole cave as the shortcut to Letya. I guess almost all of this is undercut by, like, lodestones, right? The fact that there's a Tyrannan lodestone. Lodestones have obviously been super convenient, but I'm sad that I've basically never needed to use spellbook teleports because lodestones are good enough. I think that should be something that should be off limits for old school. I guess I could be okay with them adding something like a lodestone as a really extreme, like, Grandmaster quest reward or like an elite diary reward or something you really have to work for to unlock. And something that a new account's not going to have access to for an extremely long time. Assume this is right. I feel like that's too far, but we'll see if it lets me do it. Stones are too slippery, so we're going to stuff me into your backpack. Lori must have found a way that didn't involve hitchhiking on adventurers. Must be something else here for crossing this, right? Question mark? Oh wait, I just saw something. Small crevice. Just you wait, you'll come across a high lever where you'll need me. I like they've got funny chemistry. Push the stone in the water. Nice. Okay, made it back across. Maybe this isn't a dead end. Okay, I'm just gonna run around. Looks like there's an exit here. Fresh air, what an interesting smell. Oh yeah, there's Letya over there, that's neat. Like something here I should be looking for. Sturdy tree. Give it a go, okay. Now, I don't think I actually needed this rope, so that's interesting. I'm Glorana. I'm not experienced talking to elves. Please excuse us if we're insulting you by being here. Here because of the letter. Lost any hope someone would come. We've met before. Wise choice for a partner. Got no shortage of good references. I know, right? Sheep field in the northwest. I don't think I ever knew this was here. Oh. Book here. Dispel Glouphre's illusions. Illusion theory, crystal singing, color theory, spotting illusions. Okay, so this is similar. Does this one require Morning's End? Huh, it doesn't. Surprising. All right, I'll read through this and summarize it in a second. Yeah, this is talking about crossing beams of differently colored light, which makes me think of Morning's End. They explaining how the stupid Glouphrie machine puzzle tokens work, I think. Yeah, so it's all about the crazy Glouphrie vending machine puzzle with the different like shaped tokens. You got a triangle instead of a coin shape by singing crystal with water in it. I managed to make 42 different types of colored coins. I feel like at this point these quests had to have already been infamous among the player base. Okay, color theory. 1 red, 7 violet. I think we already knew that from earlier quests. Yeah, so this is combining ideas from Morning's End. And this is kind of cool. It seems like in 2010, 2011, they start to like merge quest lines, which like they did with the penguins and Slug Menace, right? They did with the desert and the monkeys. Now they're kind of combining Morning's End a little bit with Glouphrie stuff. This has like instructions for building a portable illusion device, but I don't think I'm going to be doing this. I don't have the quest doesn't say it requires any items. Okay, the output intensity depends on the color and the number of sides. The product gives the intensity of the coin. So yellow triangle has an intensity of 9, 3 for the color, multiplied by 3 for the number of sides. Okay. This gives you some color instructions for making cyan, magenta, and yellow. Okay, how much water is needed to make the different shapes in the pool. Now, where are we going in here? There's a ton of stuff to search in here, so I'll just do all of that. Oh, okay, we're going to get the resources to build the machine in this room. Gotcha. I'm placing them on the table automatically. Okay, I'll just do this and report back. There's a lectern here. Chapter 1, Meeting the Elves. Chapter 2, Settlement, which Glouphrie makes his home in Letia. Oh, there's like a little cutscene. Okay. Whoops, I closed out of it. Okay, I'll watch these. Meeting the Elves. It's neat having optional cutscenes for that. Collapse was helped by the elves. Zard's invasion. Became friends with Ilfine. Okay. Let's watch this for real this time. Elves prefer open spaces. They encourage me to take the cave. Okay, so it mentions using the water nearby. Yeah, actually, to get one of the light crystals off the wall. Anything in this picture? Oh, rune glue. Nice. That's the last everything I need to build a device. Okay, so I will go back and start working on that. Okay, build the crate. Go. Calibrate crate. Holy crap. Okay. I felt somewhat prepared for this from reading the handbook, but this is more than I was expecting. Target color pure cyan, target color pure magenta, target color pure yellow. Okay, the book did prepare me for this. So 45 intensity, 18 intensity, 36 intensity. So I have to get these annoying shapes again and plug them in there. Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, so I think I have this figured out. Let me talk through my logic for it. So pure cyan 45. We know cyan is a result of combining blue and green. So it has to be blue and green. And to get to 45, we have to add some number of blue and green shapes to get to 45. So I think the blue pentagon is 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20, so 20 plus 25 should be 45. So I think if it's a blue pentagon and a green pentagon, that should work for this one. This one, I think I like this puzzle. This is a more interesting version of the... so assuming that getting these isn't annoying, I didn't hate the quest itself. I hated the way you had to kind of like randomly fish for different shapes and colors. Magenta 18 has to be red and blue. So red is a value of 1 in the multiplier. So this this would give me a 3, right? And then a blue triangle is 5 times 3 is 15. So 15 plus 3 is 18. So red triangle, blue triangle. And then yellow, I think since it's pure yellow, it's just yellow. So I have to add 2 yellow things together to get 36. They'd have to both be worth 18. Which would be yellow hexagon. That's 3 times 6 is 18, plus 3 times 6 is 18 equals 36. So I need a blue pentagon, a green pentagon, a red triangle, a blue triangle, and 2 yellow hexagons. Let me figure out how the heck to do that. Okay, so presumably it has to do with this guy. That's orange. That's yellow. All right, and then I can probably put water in here. Fill. You have to do certain amounts of filling for different... I like they don't require you to keep track of a bucket. I think this is in the appendix. Fortunately, I have to jump to it here. Unless, does index get me there quickly? Okay, that's very helpful. Yeah, so I needed a yellow hexagon plus a yellow hexagon, so that's a full thing, so that's easy enough. Already full. Okay, and then sing glass. Yellow hexagon. I just have to do that a bunch of times now. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. Okay, so now I need green and blues. I need a green pentagon, so I have to empty this by 1 step. Fortunately, it lets me empty it by 1 step. That's helpful. Oh, I made way too many of these. Whoops. I only needed 2 of those. Okay, that's a green pentagon. Now I need a blue pentagon. Oh, I didn't realize it's using literally all of my seeds that I picked up at once. Okay. And then I need a blue triangle and a red triangle. So this needs to come down by 2 more. That's a square. That's a triangle. This feels like a pretty doable quest. Okay, got all my shapes. Let's give this a try now. So we got to do... No, not there. No. The first one was blue and green. Blue pentagon. To do like one at a time here. Struggling to click on it. I can't really click on that slot, it seems like. Right, it's driving me a little crazy. I might need to look it up and see where it needs me to click. Hold on. I just saw them. The slots are in the top left and the top right corner. Jeez. Okay. That's fine. That goes there. Okay. Got it. And this one was red triangle, blue triangle, ding. And this one was yellow hexagon, yellow hexagon. Perfect, no problem. Successfully calibrated the device. But Oaknock saw Marstead. Yes, please. Love to get rid of those things. Meet you at the left, you bank. Okay. She is... Let's go. Alright, what are we doing up here? Anti-illusion device. Go to the mountains, look for an entrance to Arpasandra. Okay, so somewhere up here should be an entrance. I don't think it's in the cave? Oh. It wasn't there before. Open it. What are they talking about? Oh, that thing. Oh, that's kind of cool to have it appear like that. I call shenanigans. Okay. Oh man, are these Glouphrie soldiers? Yeah, they're dressed like Glouphrie. They make the gnomes like actually threatening in this. Vindictive gnome who used to be a Grand Tree Guardian. Maybe Glouphrie comes from Arpasandra. Are they going to do Glouphrie differently? That's cool. This whole thing is resolved in Monkey Madness 2. Found something rather hollow. That's my head. You okay? All right. See what we can find here. A mining tortoise. That's kind of cool. Out of here before I get noticed. Okay. That also a turtle? What is that thing? Really cool looking. Oh, it looks like the little guys from the original Glouphrie quest. Avoid getting too close to this just in case. Okay. Do anything with it? Hear commotion upstairs. At the best moment to barge in. Well, that one I can do something with. That's pretty funny. Guard number 103. Oh wow, talking terror bird. Your master. Disguised as a human. Didn't know I would get tested. It's funny. Can't believe I got away with that. There's somebody up here. Oh, Bullery. Plus 4 XP. Getting you out of here. Who's this Glauk you keep talking about? I thought Glouphrie was in charge of this place. I have a grandson? How could I possibly? Glorana, my princess. Waiting for us somewhere safe. Just be honest. Oh, that was maybe a mistake. Glauk's the leader of this place. He looks a lot like Glouphrie the Untrusted. I'm not allowed to say his name. Ask me questions Glauk couldn't answer. What's the name of the elf mentioned? Oh, it was Ilfine. Who was the letter addressed to? It should have been Glorana, right? Follow the instructions in your lab. Need a portable anti-illusion device. Scout the west of the mountains. Well, it's 7 times 6, right? Just making sure, yeah. 42. The picture on the wall looked like it was a picture of... Was it the Grand Tree? Alright, hell yeah. Okay, don't go down to the mining tortoises, I guess. Can't rotate that guy. Alright, this seems like this might be right. Another terror bird guard. Looks like the machine that makes chaos dwarves. I love their, like, stance. This is how they get intelligent terror birds. Lovely plumage. They come out with their hands behind their back like that, walking upright. Next one gonna die? Yeah, okay. Horribly malformed. Blue was not her color. Is that you? Climb up the chute. I'll go first. Attach yourselves to the rope and I'll pull you both up. Okay, that worked. Light is blinding. Push that boulder in front of the vent. Okay. There we go. Aw, that's nice. Died a long time ago, I assume. Oh, the protagonist crying. Been away for 200 years. Belmondo, a gnome pilot. We married and had a son. That was a nice little scene. Let's go back to Tree Gnome Village. I can't face losing you again in the mountains. Gnome Collider for a special lady. Ah, it's Belmondo. I didn't know you were on duty. Duty. Aw. That's cool. Setting him up as the king's long-lost brothers. The wiki says that this isn't a prerequisite for any quests, which is interesting. I guess I would have expected they still had stuff to do here. Yay, more hugs. They've got a lot of gnome hugging animations in this quest. You deserve your reward more. Sweet. That was a cute little quest. Prisoner of Glouphrie is the final Glouphrie quest. In RS3, there are 3 of these quests. Old school RuneScape, when I played, it only had 1, but they ported the middle one over. All 3 quests deal with those infuriating color-shaped tokens. The first 2 involve a horrible vending machine that gives you the tokens somewhat randomly. This one actually lets you make the tokens directly, which is a much more interesting solution. In this quest, you're trying to rescue the brother of the king of the Tree Gnome village. He's also the father of Gulrana, who is your ally for most of the quest. The main chunk of the quest is building an illusion detector, which requires you to use those colored tokens from the previous quests. It's actually a pretty solid puzzle. I haven't seen a variant of it in other games so far. It has to do with trying to figure out color values by calculating the number of sides and colors on each of the shapes that you're including. It seemed like this quest was building up to connecting the Glouphrie series with the Elf series, because it even brings up the color wheel from Morning's End. But then, as far as I can tell, this quest didn't get any sequels, so the story kind of ends with this one. You break into a prison that was hidden by an illusion. That's why you have to make the illusion detector in order to rescue Glouphrie. And then Gulrana and Glouphrie have a heartfelt reunion. There is an interesting kind of nefarious cutscene showing the legions of Glouphrie training, and they're all dressed like Gluff. So I think they had some kind of plan to continue the Gluff storyline here. Obviously, the Gluff storyline gets resolved in old school RuneScape via Monkey Madness too. So I don't know if this will... It could be that this gets resolved in the World Wakes or something, and they just removed all the prerequisites. But as far as I can tell, it just kind of trails off there and they dropped it. But it was a pretty enjoyable quest. I really enjoyed the puzzle in this one. It was a much more interesting version of the similar puzzles in the previous quests. Okay, so I can apparently plant 2 spirit trees now, which is nice. I'm going to do that right away. I can also store spirit tree seeds that I have without having them take up bank space, which I should totally do. And I guess now it's much easier for me to get crystal seeds enchanted. It's been very annoying. I have to go outside and wait for Ilfine and a Lunid just show up out in the, Letya forest. But I guess they just are in Letya now, so that'll be much easier. Should have done that a while ago, save me some hassle. I think I can plant all 3 spirit trees. You get an extra spirit tree slot for getting 112 farming, but I think it's locked behind doing Prisoner of Glouphrie in the first place. And then the 4th one is locked behind getting to Prif, which obviously I can't do. I think I'm going to plant all of them except the one in the Manor Farm? Maybe except the one in Port Sarim. I have so many ways to get to Port Sarim that it wouldn't be super helpful there, I don't think. Okay, so that's one. Cool. Yeah, it's hard to decide which one I want to skip. Really funny that like the spirit tree is the reward for apprentice farmer, but you also need to have 112 farming. Rewards are just completely ridiculous. Okay, and I guess I'll also do the one over by Port Sarim. Actually, you know what? No, I'll do this one last. My argument is that, yeah, I can get here with the Arc Journal, but I can get to the Manor Farm with a direct teleport, and I'm there every day to do daily farming crap, so that's the one I'm more likely to teleport out from. Oh, I already planted it, apparently. Okay, well, never mind. That's fine. 98 Slayer. Again, only from Archglacior. Just letting you know, as usual, there's a Halloween event going on, so I'm just destroying these as they come in. I don't think I have a way to opt out of it, so it's kind of annoying to have to click in and destroy them frequently, but it's fine. Okay, so I have enough Dungeoneering tokens to get 97 Dungeoneering, but I need over 1 million XP, and you can only do 1 million XP at a time, which is pretty funny. So here's me redeeming 1 million points. Max 1 million per transaction. Okay. Plus 1 million XP. Cute. Then I need 8,052 after that. Go. Dungeoneering 97. Have a farming request here for a livid plant that requires 8 cactus seeds, and it sounds like the Chaos Dwarf battlefield that I unlocked relatively recently after Forgiveness of a Chaos Dwarf has a pretty good chance to drop them. And also I could get another dragon pickaxe. I do need a second one, so I'm gonna go check that out. I've never been there before. Okay, so I think it's through this tunnel here from Forgiveness of a Chaos Dwarf. Oh wow. So I didn't know what to expect about what this place would look like, but see if I can just fight all of the Dwogers, right? They're the ones that drop the seeds that I need. Hopefully I can do this relatively AFK. I need like 8 seeds for the plant. Let's see what else is necessary here. Drop keys occasionally? Oh, just muddy keys, okay. I end up spending any substantial amount of time here. I might end up wanting to make aggression potions. I think I can finally do that now that my Slayer level is high enough. Because then I think I can just kind of go AFK without having to worry about them aggroing me. Yeah, this is way too annoying without aggression potions, and there's also a lot of junk that you pull in your inventory. I can get cactus seeds from Dagonoth instead, so I'm going to do that instead. Okay, Dagonoths are going way faster. I already have 2. I haven't even been here for longer than a minute or so. Okay, got all the items I needed from Dagonoth. Let's turn these in. There we go. Please be a lot. 21,000. I think I can go up to 40k, so that's kind of weak. Well, I have enough points to unlock Disruption Shield, which is the one that's potentially going to affect the ambassador. I think that's the main thing that I care about. Vengeance Group is pointless. Teleport to Trollheim is pointless. Yeah, I think everything else kind of doesn't matter, so I'm basically done with Livid Farm. I'll keep doing it whenever I see the task pop up. All right, starting Elemental Workshop 4. I really like how these quests are always, finding clues in bookcases. Really neat concept. Accept quest. Okay. This one involves cosmic runes, or it has the cosmic symbol on it. Put your nose to the grindstone and the edges of that idea will begin to form. Ha, there's a knife on the ground over here. I'll read through this. Story's kind of creepy. It's about like a wizard with an apprentice trying to bring him back to life. It's like Reanimator or something. So I have to use a knife somewhere. How to open the doors. Okay, I might need to look up just what the next step is to get in there, because usually that's pretty obscure. It seemed like it was like a hunt to figure it out back when it first came out. I don't think I can use the knife on the book. No. Okay, I'm glad I looked it up. Apparently there's a whetstone in Sears Village that I can use the knife on, and that'll let me in. Oh, and also I need to make more primed bars, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, whoever figured this out with the whetstone, put your nose to the grindstone, and figured out that this was here in Sears Village must have felt pretty smart when this quest first came out. All right, making primed bars. Oh, that's funny, it's called a keyblade. I think I've done this enough times that I just know how to do it without having to look it up. We'll see. I do remember how to do it without having to look anything up. That's nice. I think I can pull this early. Okay, have the 2 bars. I guess I'll go find where to use this keyblade. This door, okay. All right. I'm really hoping I can just solve whatever the puzzle is without having to look it up. Last time I still don't think I understood what was happening even after I followed the guide. I know I had to bring some runes here. Going in this room. Logical progression. Okay, there's a fire air pillar, fire earth pillar, water earth, air water. And then there's a rune emitter and a control panel. Seems preventing the emitter from moving in that direction. Which ones can I move? Most of them I can't. I think I get a reset button. Oh, interesting. Maybe I'm trying to line these up so that it matches this and this matches this. Okay. I think that makes sense. Alright, I'll try to work on this and report back. I'm guessing it's gonna get more complicated. It's gonna start with just this 2x2 and then get nastier and nastier. I feel like the problem is I'm missing something here because there's nothing in this guy, and it should line up. So you've got air, water, fire. Can I do earth here? I think so. We'll see. Actually, that one physically can't be earth. I guess it's nice that it starts with certain runes. So I can take the runes off. Okay, I understand. So some of them are probably right to start, but I'll just remove all of them here. So this one, this row needs to have air is the only one in both rows, so air was correct by default. I'm understanding the puzzle correctly. Earth is the only one in both there, so that should be earth. Fire is the only one in both there, so that should be fire. And that one should be water, actually. Okay, that's solvable. And I'll just rotate them so that the columns and rows line up. Okay, that seems good. And that one we want to be facing down. And then this one, I think that's right. Air, air, earth, earth, fire, fire, water, water. Power up. Okay. Complicated. All right, let me go take a look at this. Okay, I'm like, how does the extra height thing work? It turns out I can change the heights of these guys with this. So it's probably going to go one more level of complexity up after this round. Yeah, so again, I think the trick here is just finding out which runes are in common in each row and column. So I did fire, air, water. I'm just sanity checking here. Earth. Do I have access to... Oh, okay. So not every panel has all 4. I was going to say if they all have all 4, then that's troubling. But there is some restriction here. Like this panel doesn't have earth on it at all. But I think what I did still happens to be workable. I guess we'll see if it's workable with the heights. I haven't explored that yet. That can all be air. All right, we'll give this a try. Fortunately, I think there's symmetry on these, and each of them only has 2 states it can be in, not 4 states. This is what I was worried about. I think it's pretty doable, though. It seems good. Fire's on the bottom. Yeah. I guess maybe the smart way to do this is to look at the 2 stackers because that tells you where the emitter should be up. Yeah, okay. I think I have the right idea. It's going to go along the bottom. Fire is going to go along the top. Air is going to go along the bottom. Water is going to go along the top. Fire is going to go along the bottom. Air is going to go along. That looks good to me. Okay, so we're going to get the whole grid now, and it can go up to 3 high, presumably. All right, that's complicated. Let me stare at it. Okay, this puzzle was super doable. The fact that each of the pillars only has 2 options makes it very approachable. I think that if there were 4 sides to the pillars, this puzzle would be a nightmare and you would basically have to use the guide, but I think I got it there. Power up the cosmic machine. Okay, so usually I have to use a bar with this somewhere. Can't see anywhere to put that on the machine. Okay, I'm really struggling to figure out where to put this bar. I checked the wiki and it just says put it on the machine, so I'm checking to see maybe if there's an accessibility option. I've actually been struggling for this to actually highlight things. I mean, maybe I can put it on this guy, but that seems like that's the thing I'm supposed to do second. Yeah, that's... Unfortunately, this interactables thing is less helpful than you would think it is, because there's a lot of things that you can interact with that it doesn't show you are interactable. Okay, I guess I can try just operating this. Oh, that's cute. Looks like a Robo from Chrono Trigger. Pretty cool looking. Okay, something's going on in that room. Open the chaos door, okay. Oh, now can I put my bar here? Yeah, okay. Machine's unpowered. I have to do this again. Oh, some of them are wrong now. That one's wrong. It was just that one. Okay, that's weird. Operate the machine. What stat did it drain this time, I wonder? Runecraft. Okay. Pretty substantial drain. Yeah, this one was pretty quick, unless if I have to do stuff in the other rooms as well. I think we already have a shield and a helmet, so it must be the gloves they want me to make here, which are probably terrible. Ooh, I hope that that was what I needed to do. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff again and make another prime bar. Let me just confirm really quick. Okay, it says making the gloves was correct on the wiki, so I'm just gonna go back down. It does say in the quest guide that I have to try to figure out how to use the chaos room, so we'll try that. Okay, this looks a bit more complicated than the one I just did. Astral token's broken. Davy? Cool. There's a CPU. Instruction cube. Well, I'm going to try turning on highlight again, even if it's not always going to be helpful. Okay, so there's a CPU, a bunch of levers, and that's it. Address cubes. Okay, so this is like a computer, essentially, that I have to give it a certain number of instructions in a specific order. I think I understand vaguely what they're going for. Oh, there's an item here. Shabby book. All right, I'll read this. Give me a sec. Ah, his newly crafted cosmic gloves were a necessary insulation against the machine's chaotic power. Gotcha. You're basically trying to program the robot. It's funny they say Philistines because that's translated from Gielonorian. The apprentice gets put in the robot body and he's like, having a huge metallic body is actually pretty cool. Okay, so this gives some hints as to what you're doing. You are programming instructions into the machine. I guess I need to equip these to be successful. Okay, so I can flush instructions from the CPU. I assume that's to start over. Pulling the levers moves everything around. That's a little complicated. Okay, so there's a bunch of rune cubes on the shelves here. So I can probably get the robot to pick those up somehow. But what is my objective? So I need to figure that part out. I mean, obviously I need to get into this room. Temporary wall. So that means I need to use earth and law to get into those rooms. Okay, so I'm messing with these buttons, or levers rather. This one goes a single step every time in one direction. This goes a single step in the other direction, and this goes like a bunch of steps. So I'm guessing they have the long ones just to speed it up so you don't have to keep clicking over and over if you know what you want. This isn't quite as complicated as it looks, but it's a little complicated. I haven't tried these two yet. Okay, so that pushes either this or this forward into the machine, which presumably... Oh, okay, all right. So there's all these address cubes that tell him to go get specific things. Operate, put, get, and break. Gotcha. I still don't know what I'd want immediately, though. Like, what does him getting a cube do? It's pretty funny. If you look at this, it's called RAM. It's literally a RAM. Okay, I'm staring at this, and I think I understand what it wants me to do. So I know that I need the Earth rune to get into this room with the draining machine. And the Earth rune is on the astral shelf. And the astral shelf is broken. And to fix it, there's a bunch of blank tokens in this room. So I need to find a way to break through this wall to get in there to where the blank tokens are. So I'm going to try to make that happen. Right, okay, and because all of the floor panels are different from the cubes you're grabbing, it can be a little bit confusing. So I'm going to have him get this law cube first. That's get nature, I think. Okay, so there's get. So I push that in here. And I gotta get nature to come all the way around. Not sure if the order matters, left versus right. I guess it'll give me an error here if it doesn't work. So this should be get nature. We'll see if I'm correct here. Okay, yeah, he goes to this nature panel, he grabs the law cube. Okay, and now I need to have him put it somewhere. Probably on the conveyor belt? I don't know how to command him to go to the conveyor belt. Chaos Cosmic. Oh, mind is the conveyor belt. Okay, that's doable. Okay, so put mind should cause him to come over here. Hoping I don't need to like rotate it so that there's space for him to place it. Okay, no, he placed it just fine. So now I have the law cube. Okay, so break law will break this wall. Okay, it's actually... This is pretty sight readable. When I first got in here, I'm like, this is insane. There's no way I can figure this out, but it makes sense what they want you to do. Okay, telling him to break law, so he should go over to this wall and break this law thing. This one made sense once I started working backwards. Like, okay, so where do I actually want to go? I want to go to Earth. Where's the Earth token? Oh, it's on the broken astral thing. Got it. I don't know if I can cross this fire on the ground. And now I'm a little stuck. I don't know how to get past the fire. I assume I can just run past it. Maybe he can go in there and get something for me. I can find, is the fire cube already on the conveyor belt? It's not. It's on the Cosmic. Okay, is Cosmic already on the conveyor belt? Yes. So get Cosmic. Okay, so get Cosmic. He should go get this fire rune. I'm guessing the idea is he has to break the wall, but then he can walk through the fire and get the thing for me. Okay, and then we gotta put that back on the machine, so that's put mined. Okay, so now I should be able to tell it to get fire to get one of these blank tokens. So get, and I just added fire. All right, get fire. He should walk in there and get one of these things. I don't know what he's doing with it just yet. Okay. Okay, so I have to have him put it somewhere. Probably this one, right? Because I don't have anything else to do with water at the moment, and hopefully I didn't have to... Okay, water's already on here. We want to do put water. Okay, maybe I can just process it once he puts it there. This is a cool quest. I think this is my favorite Elemental Workshop quest so far. I think both of the rooms, maybe it's like they finally learned their lesson. They're pretty able to be figured out. Carve on workbench. Okay, so now I can carve it. And my character knows that it has to be the astral rune. So I'll get water. And then I don't know how I tell it to put it where the astral is. Do I have to get the astral cube first? Okay, I probably do. Wait, actually, this says take from. Can I just pick this up? That's funny, I can carry this giant thing. I guess I could have. I just couldn't get through the fire. So can I just use this to fix this? All right. So obviously I need to get the astral token down anyway so that I can get to the earth token, which is my main objective. So that should be get body tokens. I have to get again. It's on here somewhere. There it is. All right, so now he should grab the astral cube, and then I should be able to say get astral, and that'll give me the earth cube. And then I should be able to say break earth, and that should break this wall. And then well, it looks like there's still a chaos in there, so I'll have to do something with chaos, but I'm almost done. I assume he always has space to put stuff on the conveyor belt. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, it moves automatically to give him space to place it. Okay, good. So now we've got astral. We should be able to do get astral. Perfect, that's in the right spot already. And here comes the fruit of my labor. I'm gonna get that earth cube from up there. I guess this is the last Elemental Workshop quest. I didn't make any sequels after this one. It's too bad that all the gear you get from it is completely pointless. I mean, maybe it was briefly relevant when it first came out. Gonna have to be put mined again, right? You do put mined very frequently in this one. And then I should finally be able to use earth to break that wall. Oh, I didn't mean to stop recording. Here he comes. Cute little Davy. Alright, so we want break earth this time. I think this is pretty smart. They line it up so you don't have to press the button too many times if you're making the right choices. Yeah, that happens to exactly land where you need it to go. Here he goes. All right, so I probably have to do something with the machine in here. I think there is one for operate. Yeah, and it's like right there. So operate chaos, presumably. Where is chaos? That one's a little bit further away this time, but that's okay. Right, and I assume this is close to the end. Cube parsing utility is what CPU stands for. Okay, so he's got the machine turned on, so there's a place for me to put my bar. Okay. And then operate machine. Drained my thieving that time. Interesting. All right, chaos bar. Cool. Let's head back upstairs. Okay, am I going to get a lot of choices again? It's going to be obvious. I already have gloves. I already have a body, a helmet, and a shield, so it must be the boots. All right, I like that one. 50 coal. Thanks, game. Sure. And that is tier 50. The gloves are tier 40, so even the last one you make is completely fucking useless in modern RS3. Cool quest, though. I like that quest a lot. That took a bit longer than I thought, so I'm probably going to call the episode there, and then we'll do, I think Clockwork Syringe is a master quest, so it's pretty long, so we'll have that next episode. Elemental Workshop 4 is the final Elemental Workshop quest, and it is probably the best one out of the 4. It's too bad that they finally landed on a good format for this quest. I really disliked the first 3. I really disliked the third one. The third one was just like nonsense to me. Unfortunately, all 4 quests are completely pointless because the rewards they give you, especially in EOC, are totally useless. But like the other 3 quests, this one's focused on a puzzle where you have to figure out how to charge some new pieces of runic equipment. In this case, you have to make cosmic gloves and chaos boots. This time the puzzles are extremely sight-readable, though, and the first one kind of gets more complex as you go through it. It's very easy to teach you what you're supposed to do. You have to line up the rows and columns of pillars and then calibrate the z-axis on these rune emitters in order to make sure that, you know, beams of energy can fit through all the pillars. It was actually pretty tricky, but pretty doable at the same time. That gets you the cosmic gloves, and then to get the chaos boots, you have to program a robot to get things off shelves, break walls, and fix things on the ground. And the way you learn about the programming is actually pretty straightforward and very cool. I walked in the room for the robot puzzle and said, oh my god, this looks impossible. I'm probably going to have to look at the guide. But after I stared at the room for a little bit and I played around with the buttons, I was able to figure it out on my own, and I think it was actually pretty doable. Good capstone to Elemental Workshop. I am very sad to have all these items at the end where you hover over them and it says that the tier of the equipment is like level 30 or 40 or something, which is just always going to be garbage. I don't think there's a single player in the history of this game who has realistically used any of the gear from Elemental Workshop. I think that's a bummer. You know, like the Mind Shield in old school RuneScape still has a niche use case in some cases, and there's no such thing in this one, unfortunately. If old school were to continue Elemental Workshop, I'd love them to go in a completely different direction with it. Have Elemental Workshop 3 be like a ridiculous Grandmaster quest or something. I think that would be pretty funny. That concludes the episode. Only 2 quests this time around. I think it might also only be 2 quests next time. Clockwork Syringe seems like it's a pretty long master quest. I have a couple sagas after that because I think we're hitting the release of Dungeoneering. I did the first saga in order to unlock achievements, I think, a while ago. I did that out of order, and I remember it being a relatively substantial quest, so we'll see how much I can fit in after Clockwork Syringe. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next week. Bye.